And here we go as Aaron DRC goes one-on-one with Tyler Evermore. I'm joined here by Joseph Graham on commentary. Oh, big standing Spanish fly by DRC.
DRC making his RCW debut here tonight against Tyler Evermore. And Ethan, this kid looks like he can have a bright future in RCW.
Yes, and these two men also do know a lot about each other. Evermore was one of the men that helped train DRC. He was at the same wrestling school as him. DRC has known Evermore for a very long time, and I'm sure it's a great thing for both of these men and an honor for both of these men for this to be DRC's first match against a man that he's known for so long.
And these two men, like you said, know each other very well, with Tyler Evermore being there for most of DRC's training. This should be a very interesting matchup. And let's see what DRC can do in this ring.
Ooh, big springboard 450 there by DRC, following up with a standing shooting star press. Taking Evermore back to his feet, went for a kick. Evermore saw it coming. If these two men are going to have anyone scouted, it's going to be each other. But as I said, with Evermore having been a part of training DRC, you got to think Evermore isn't going to show every single trick in his book. He's going to keep a few things to himself to just keep him a bit above where DRC may be. But DRC might just have that trick up his sleeve, sling blade there by Evermore, and a drop kick to the side of the head.
And these two men with this innovative offense, throwing everything but the kitchen sink at each other, trying to get this win. DRC wanted to prove himself in RCW, and Evermore wants to show DRC that he's not going to get it. He has to earn it.
Yes, and this fast-paced match is such a great way to start off the action tonight on Honor. Of course, we have that huge main event tonight, drop kick by DRC, and another drop kick to the head of Tyler Evermore. But like I was saying, that main event that we had tonight that was announced earlier this week on Twitter, Austin Chandler chose Lane Conley's opponent tonight, as it'll be a lights-out match between Lane Conley and Tony Rogers. Rogers, of course, is very known as a deathmatch wrestler, and Lane Conley's going to have to go through all of that tonight. DRC, though, went for something there, maybe a European uppercut. Tyler Evermore saw it coming, big forearm.
Tyler Evermore so far has been one step ahead of DRC, and DRC has to think of something that Evermore hasn't showed him to get through this defense.
Ooh, running, flipping senton there. Evermore getting him back to his feet. Another big forearm. Oh, it looks like, oh! Wow! 1, 2, no! Kick out
and
by
DRC is able to kick out. You know, Evermore, once again, is putting DRC through the ringer here, but DRC has been able to come back and strike harder every time.
Oh, DRC definitely kick. That running kick there now. Cover on him. 1, 2, 3, and I think that might have been the Morte Ed Dabo from Aaron DRC as he picks up the win. And here we go, our next matchup underway. Ramirez going one-on-one with Devin Hunter.
And Devin Hunter, you know, has been trying to build himself back up after that devastating loss in the breakout tournament.
Yes, and of course he has that big match coming up with the Falcon Flynn Hall for the RCW Empire Championship at Bloodsport next week. This could be a huge match to get in some momentum going into that match with the Falcon, as he's going to need as much confidence as possible to beat a man of his quality.
Yes, and you have to think about it. With Flynn Hall being one of the greatest ever Empire champions, if not the greatest, Devin Hunter has to bring his A game and not let anything get in his way at Bloodsport if he wants to take home the Empire title.
Devin Hunter, we saw at Ascendance when he basically cost Flynn Hall the match, if you really think about it, with Tristan Sinister getting in his head, coming out, distracting him. I don't think Flynn Hall ever was really completely back on his game after that.
No, Hunter felt like he had to send a message, and that he did to Flynn Hall, that you always have to watch your back because you never know when your enemies are going to strike.
I agree with you there. Devin Hunter is a very wise man. Of course, it's been said that he didn't want to fight Lane Conley in the tournament. Those two, of course, very good friends, which is why some people are saying that he just didn't seem to try in that match. But now Lane Conley, of course, RCW champion, headed into that unification match. Devin Hunter has that opportunity for the Empire title. So Hunter's really gotten right back on track since that incident.
Yes, he has.
Oh, popping him up into a Samoan drop there by Devin Hunter.
And if you can see the athleticism on Hunter being able to lift a man of that size up with such ease and just drop him on his back.
Hunter's been very impressive the whole time he's been in RCW. Oh, Ramirez catching him with elbows. Not sure exactly what Devin Hunter was looking for there. Big boot there. Ramirez back to his feet. Hunter coming right back on his face and stomping on the elbow.
You have to think about it. So we've seen a different side of Devin Hunter as of recent. You know, he's been on the path of destruction that I don't know if any man himself can stop it.
Oh, big block there. Looks like Ramirez went for a discus clothesline. Devin Hunter got the arms up. He was able to block it. Ramirez got him up. Fall-away slam to the big man. These two men are humongous, and they're just clashing tonight.
And I feel like this is what Devin Hunter needs going up against Flynn Hall. You know, he needs someone that will give him a challenge that he knows that he can't just bully.
Of course, that's going to be a much different atmosphere in that match with Flynn Hall. Flynn Hall, of course, a much smaller man than what Devin Hunter is. Devin Hunter is a beast, a powerhouse. As you see right here as he beats on the back of Ramirez, double axe handle. But like I was saying, Flynn Hall, it's going to be a big David versus Goliath type of situation in that match.
You gotta look at these two men just going back and forth in this ring. And if Ramirez is actually able to pull off the win here tonight, he may have a saying in that title match at Bloodsport.
Yeah, if Ramirez is able to beat Devin Hunter tonight, like, he wouldn't have to have his name entered into the conversation for maybe not being in the match itself at Bloodsport, but if Devin Hunter was to win the championship, he'd be right in that conversation for the next shot at the title. Headbutting the hand, the palm of Ramirez, turns him around, just kick to the gut. Now Devin Hunter got in the headlock and a punch, just breaking down Ramirez.
And that's what you have to do with guys that are this big. You have to break them down, starting off at the base, and that's what Devin Hunter has been doing, inflicting damage damage to that back and the arms of Ramirez, taking away his power.
Big spine buster by Devin Hunter. Now pulling him back to his feet again. Hunter, that's it. Elevated triangle.
That choke of Devin Hunter's has put away many, many men.
And Ramirez passed out, and the referee rang the bell. Devin Hunter wins. Big win for Hunter tonight. That's big spine buster laying him out. And all it took was that one elevated triangle choke. And that was the end for Jason Ramirez. Rings the bell. Here we go with Dustin Weaver goes right in with a Pele kick on Wayne Matthews. Matthews is one half of the Exiles who saw debut in tag team action as they fell victim to the Knockout Kings at Ascendance. And now Matthews is looking to get his first singles win in RCW.
And Dustin Weaver right on the offense against Wayne Matthews, coming off with this corkscrew moonsault.
And will Dustin Weaver also trying to get his first RCW win. Of course, his debut, he fell a little bit short against Dallas Kid. Big blow there to the back of the head by Matthews once again. Another big blow.
And I mean, you can't really say that Dustin Weaver, took a hard L. I mean, Dallas Kid's a former world heavyweight champion.
Yes, of course, was an RCW champion. Oh, Weaver popping up, airplane spin, and sending Wayne Matthews towards that corner. Springboard cross body, what agility.
And if Weaver keeps up this hard-hitting, fast-paced offense, Matthews might not have an answer for it with that double foot stomp to the chest.
Maybe let that double foot stomp one too many times, and Matthews was able to see it coming. Now attacking the back of Weaver. Got him back to a hammerlock. Now going after the wrist.
And as you can tell, Matthews is trying to slow this match down, keep it at his own pace. Take away that high-flying offense of Weaver, and you have yourself an opportunity to get a win.
Matthews sent Weaver into the corner, now just gloating. Oh, big clothesline in the corner. Oh, moves out of the way. Drop kick to the side of the head. Knee to the arm now by Weaver. Now going after the neck.
Both these men looking for a win going into Bloodsport. Might put them higher up in the rankings.
Yeah,
Weaver wants it.
Even with them going a little higher in the rankings, you gotta be a little more realistic with yourself. Oh, big! Wow! I don't even know what to call that. Weaver calling him up now.
That is what you call innovative offense.
Weaver got him. Hits American Wasteland 2, 3, and Dustin Weaver hits up his first RCW win. here we go with Ryan Graves going one-on-one with Anthony Roberts in the semi-final match, where the winner will take on either Dan Lee or Dallas Kid at Bloodsport to see who will go to luck of the draw in the undisputed RCW World Heavyweight Championship match.
And Ethan, these two men are fighting for the chance to become the man, the third man in that luck of the draw triple threat. And later tonight we'll have Dan Lee versus Dallas Kid, and if Ryan Graves can pull out the victory here, it will be a partner-on-partner situation, and we've seen how those have went before.
Yes, it ended in injury for Austin Chandler, but he was able to bounce back, get right back into the fold, and become the World Heavyweight Champion.
We see what happened to Logan Caldwell.
Yeah, Logan Caldwell, of course, has struggled. He went through a whole style change. Maybe wasn't the best thing for him. Maybe, speaking of Logan, just going back to what got him to the dance, maybe changing up his style, maybe getting back to how he used to be might help him. But back into this match, Anthony Roberts has been so impressive since showing up in RCW, and he has this big opportunity tonight, big dragon round sending down Ryan Graves. But like I was saying, Anthony Roberts has a huge opportunity to make a star of himself, and that's exactly what he's going to look to do. No mistake made there.
Now Graves, you can say the same thing about Graves ever since he broke away and has been, trying out the singles thing for a little while. Him and Dan Lee have both, been able to accomplish a lot in this tournament, actually, making it to the semifinals, possibly the finals.
Yeah, of course, Ryan Graves in the quarterfinals was supposed to take on former World Heavyweight Champion Hunter Jones. Hunter Jones, of course, had to back out of the tournament due to injury, and Ryan Graves was able to get a bye into the semifinals. Saito suplex laying out Anthony Roberts.
And with Hunter Jones' injury, this could be the golden opportunity that Ryan Graves has needed for him to actually get into this title picture. But Anthony Roberts is looking to make sure that Ryan Graves does it with a super kick on Graves.
Bashing the back of the head of Ryan Graves into the mat right there, ducking under, went for a roundhouse kick. Anthony Roberts sweeps the leg, now senton there on Ryan Graves.
And these two men have been playing this like a chess match, both countering each other at different opportunities, different moments. And this is actually going to come down to who can outwit the other.
Uh-oh. Anthony Roberts looking for the rear gem with the knee to the back of the head. Deciding not to go for the pinfall. This could cost him if you really think about it.
And Ryan Graves has this known showboating streak. Even going back to the tag team title match with Legion, he hit that same rear gem and had the match won, but didn't go for the pin.
Well, maybe he just doesn't think that's quite enough to pull away his opponent. That it is a big shot, but that's not what you see him really try to end matches off of. That's not his biggest shot that he has. Maybe he's just not wanting to waste that opportunity of having him on his rails. You know what I'm trying to say here? He's trying not to waste the opportunity of having Ryan Graves where he wants him to be able to get into whether he goes for the Diamond Buster, the Crystal View, whatever he's looking for now. Oh, Ryan Graves going up to the top rope. We know what he likes to do from here. Big knee to the back of the head of Anthony Roberts.
And Roberts might be out after taking that knee to the back of the dome.
Cover now by Graves. 1, 2. No, Anthony Roberts barely gets his shoulder up.
And you have to look at it.
Ryan Graves locks in the rear naked choke, but he's in the ropes. Ryan Graves really needs to capitalize right here.
Roberts instinctively getting his arm to the ropes. Graves is showboating to the crowd, but this could actually come back to bite him just as much as Roberts not going for that pin.
battle. Graves now looking to get back over to Roberts, sending him into the corner. Knee strike to the jaw, the chest area. Catches the foot.
Roberts is back in control of this match.
Once again, sweeps the leg and a senton by Anthony Roberts. Now looking for it. If he hits this, I'm telling you it's over. Yup, here it is. Diamond Buster. 1, 2, 3. And Anthony Roberts moves on to the semifinals to face the damn Dallas Kid at Bloodsport. And here we go, Jacob Williams going one-on-one with Peyton Taylor tonight. Drop toe hold there by Williams. Slamming him back. Now Williams going after the leg early on. A Peyton Taylor DDT to the foot. Williams now his elbow drop to the leg. Another elbow.
Jacob Williams has a huge title match coming up at Bloodsport against Tristan Sinister for that Intercontinental Championship. And if Williams can claim this title, it will be RCW's first ever Grand Slam.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Jacob Williams would be the first Grand Slam champion. Of course, he's been RCW champion multiple times. He was the Empire champion for a very short amount of time. He won the tag team titles with Dallas Kid. Of course, turned on Dallas Kid right after winning the titles. So yeah, him winning the Intercontinental Championship would make him a Grand Slam champion in RCW.
And look at Jacob Williams showing off his skill by smartly avoiding that top rope dive to the outside.
Reminds me of a wrestler from Impact back in the day, and like a Samoa Joe type thing to do right there from Jacob Williams. Clothesline to the back of the head by Williams. Elbow drop to the arm. Jacob Williams has really changed his style from back in the day. He's a lot more of a technical wrestler nowadays. Where you could say in the past he was a bit of a mix of a brawler, a little bit technical, but didn't really have one firm style. It seems like during the time away, Williams really honed in on trying to work on that technical ability, and you can really see it starting to pay off.
And Williams, if he'll pick a target and then go after it the whole match, and you know that comes with years of experience. His in-ring prowess is really showing here.
Williams, of course, has been out and about training with different people, working his ass off to get better, and you can just see it every single time he gets in the ring. He's just that much better. And his opponent's just having to deal with that tonight. Peyton Taylor's having to deal with the upped aggression of Jacob Williams. Williams taking him back to his feet. Roundhouse kick to the chest. Williams getting picked up here. Backdrop suplex by Peyton Taylor. Lubez press. Snapmare takedown and a knee by Peyton Taylor.
And you have to look at it in a certain way. If Taylor can get the win over Williams, not only will he be beating a former RCW champion. But hell, if Williams wins this Saturday at Bloodsport, he could be in line for a future title shot.
I think you said a little too early. Peyton Taylor getting a win over Jacob. Jacob Williams locks in and he taps out to that inverted figure 4.
Guess we don't have to worry about Taylor anytime soon.
Wow. Jacob Williams dismantling Peyton Taylor. Locking in the inverted figure 4 leg lock. And Taylor forced to tap out. Here we go, Dallas Kid going one-on-one with Dan Lee in our last semifinal match. The winner will face Anthony Roberts at Bloodsport. Dan Lee stomping the back of the former RCW champion and a big senton.
And Dan Lee coming off for the monumental 30th win in RCW, the second man to ever do it. Looking on to go to Bloodsport and win this #1 contenders tournament to edge his spot into that triple threat match at Luck of the Draw.
And speaking of Grand Slam champions, we were just talking about it with Jacob Williams. Those two, of course, the only 2 men to have 30 wins in the history of RCW. And also, you could say 2 of the closest men to becoming Grand Slam champions, especially with Ryan Graves being knocked out of the tournament. Dan Lee, of course, only needs to win that undisputed title to become a Grand Slam champion in RCW. Jacob Williams needs that Intercontinental title. Dan Lee, of course, would need to win this tournament and win it Luck of the Draw to be able to become a Grand Slam champion. But what an accomplishment that we're seeing more and more people inch their way closer to here in RCW.
You know, you have people like Connor Kent only needing the World Heavyweight title, well, soon to be unified title, and another singles title. Austin Chandler only needs 2 singles titles. Hell, Dallas Kid only needs 2 singles titles. We have a lot of people inching their way closer and closer day by day. RCW is really a place of opportunity.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of new things coming to RCW. Of course, a new championship design for that undisputed title. And some news I'm going to break right now. We're going to have some new arenas coming as well. Some new designs for our arenas coming after Bloodsport. A lot of things coming up here in RCW. Make sure you stay tuned and you tell everybody else that you know to check us out. As RCW also just hit our 100 subscriber mark on YouTube. Thank you everyone who's tuned in to RCW. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and continue to check us out. As we get back into this match, Dallas Kid, oh, just like a spinning corkscrew senton there. Jawbreaker by Dan Lee, NZ Lariat.
And you have to think, what does this tournament mean for Dallas Kid? He is trying to find his way back into that world title picture after being out for so long. He came back and had a quarter round bye, you know, same as Hunter Jones, but hey, at least Dallas Kid didn't get hurt.
Well, Dallas Kid had some lingering injuries coming out of his feud with Jacob Williams. That's when Dallas was really trying to make a name for himself in RCW. Was that time with Jacob, that whole feud that they had, all the issues they had, he really made a name for himself. But some of that steam kind of went away, because like I said, during that time where they had like that Hell in a Cell match, he had some lingering injuries that he had to deal with. And he had to spend some time away from RCW. But now Dallas Kid trying to get right back into the fold, which is never an easy thing to do. Uh-oh, Dan Lee, big power bomb. Oh no. And that Samoan drop, the power of Dan Lee. side of the head of Dallas Kid, stomping him back down to the mat.
And Dan Lee looking to squish any man like a bug to get to that undisputed title. He feels that he's deserved this shot for far too long.
Dallas Kid goes for a springboard. Oh, kicks him in the back of the head.
Kid going up top. What is he thinking of here?
Dropping down on Dan Lee for a moonsault. Went for something there. Forearm by Dan Lee. Seeing him do some of what he did. Oh no! Spinning Uranagi!
And I think that's it, my friend. Wait, what is Dan Lee thinking?
That most certainly was enough to put him away. Dan Lee setting him on the top rope. Oh no. Dan Lee.
Hold up, what is Dan Lee thinking of here?
Yeah,
holy shit!
Buster.
I think Dallas Kid is dead.
Dan Lee obliterates Dallas Kid right there, Joseph. And Dan Lee advances to the finals against Anthony Roberts. Tommy Rogers. Oh, jumping Lane Conley from behind.
And I think Austin Chandler knew what he was doing when he picked Tommy Rogers to face Lane Conley. Rogers off with a quick start, jumping Conley from behind.
Rogers is not really a man who cares about rules. He's a known deathmatch wrestler, and he's gonna take it to Lane Conley tonight, do whatever it takes to hurt Lane Conley. Tommy Rogers got him up in a powerbomb position. Oh my God, a powerbomb to the outside.
Holy shit. Rogers is out here to injure Conley, and I think that's exactly what Chandler wants. He wants Conley softened up before his match at Bloodsport, and this is the way to do it. And the death match legend.
Conley going right at Rogers, but Rogers right back at the RCW champion, dropping him on the announce table.
And hell, I think Austin doesn't even care if Tommy wins or loses. He just wants to inflict pain on Conley.
Well, if Rogers is able to lighten up Conley a bit, I'm sure Austin Chandler would maybe add a little bit onto the paycheck that he's paying Tommy Rogers to do this match. Of course, this is a lights-out match, so no disqualifications, no rules, and this match does not technically count. This match will not go on the record of Lane Conley nor Tommy Rogers when the night ends.
As far as we're concerned, the night's already
Lane
ended.
Conley struggling to knock down Tommy Rogers. Rogers finally falling. Go ahead, what are you trying to say?
Rogers being a big boy, so Conley's gonna have to throw everything he has at him to get this man off his feet. And what better way than to start by attacking the legs, knocking down his foundation.
Tommy Rogers just whipping him by the arm and knee drop to the face of Lane Conley. Now putting that table in the ring. Now I have no clue what he's thinking about doing with that. Conley kick to the gut.
And Conley is trying to take control of this match in any way he can. I mean, he already has one leg out of the door with Rogers attacking him before the match even officially began.
Rogers wasn't going to allow Conley to just get in the ring with the chair. Conley pretty much just went face first on that chair and hits him over the head with it.
And Rogers is just beating the living hell out of Conley with this chair. But then Conley gets back up. Throws that forearm at him once again.
Conley picking up the table. Now setting up that table. Not sure what he's wanting to do with that. Rogers has got him up. Rogers. Big powerbomb through the table. Went for an elbow drop. Lane Conley had the wherewithal to move out of the way. How he knew. What is it going to take for either one of these men to walk out with a victory tonight?
And Rogers throwing that his body weight into that clothesline to affect Conley.
Lane Conley now back to his feet. Tommy Rogers sends him into the corner, just blow after blow in a short-arm clothesline by Tommy Rogers. As like you said, Rogers just looking to inflict as much punishment as possible on Lane Conley. Rogers grabbing a kendo stick, or maybe has a second thought there. Lane Conley coming to the outside, sweeping the leg. Rogers, maybe Conley just thought he was watching, but no. Rogers knew what he was doing there. Catches the kendo stick, whacks him on the gut. But and Tommy Rogers' head just ricocheted off the steel steps.
And Conley showing Rogers that he too could get extreme when needed.
He saw Tommy Rogers get up. Rogers Got him up again and just dropping him on the apron head first.
Rogers is trying to make Conley feel every bit of this punishment, just dropping him on the apron and then on the announcement table.
You gotta think too, Lane Conley's not gonna be able to do everything he wants. He's not gonna be able to pick him up and throw him around like he may want to. But Tommy Rogers is a very large man.
But I mean, even though Tommy is a very large man, look at what Lane Conley did to Devin Hunter.
Yeah, but like I've said before, and I'll say it again, those two men are friends. It's a bit, like I said, we don't even know that Devin Hunter tried in that match. Devin Hunter could have just been like, I'm not gonna fight you, so I'm gonna let you win here. You know what I mean? Because those two men have known each other for a very, very, very long time.
And hell, it looks like Rogers is getting to know Conley here tonight in this lights out match.
Choke here. Got it locked in. But Tommy Rogers able to fight out here.
Rogers using that straight raw strength to power Lane Conley up in the air and drop him on his back and get him out of that guillotine.
Do anything he can to keep Tommy Rogers down. Hasn't quite been able to do it up to this point. Headbutt by Tommy. Repeatedly just attacking the forehead and busting him open, and Lane Conley lands on that ladder.
Conley pouring that crimson red out of his skull after those vicious headbutts by Rogers.
Conley just watching his frozen. Oh, Lane Conley ducking the punch there. Rogers had a little bit of speed on him. Very surprisingly, could be that cut, slowing him down just a little bit. A lot of hardware in the ring right now.
And so far, Ethan, you got to look at it like this. Rogers has been in control of this match against Conley ever since the attack, before the bell even rang, to right now. Just laying it all in on Conley.
Lane Conley seemed to just headbutted his championship there. Conley now looking to pick up Tommy Rogers. Oh, not quite able to do it. A back body drop on the steel chair. So Lane Conley coming right back out and throwing everything he has.
And hell, if there's one nice thing I have to say about Lane Conley is that he's not giving up in this fight. He is keeping it on, applying all the pressure that he can, because he's basically fighting for his life.
Another power bomb through another table. Now Tommy Rogers pop up power bomb, the shoulder of Lane Conley landing on the edge of that ladder too. No, Lane Conley kicks out.
And we all know that Lane Conley is going down without a fight.
Great buster by Rogers. Another cover. Trying to put Conley away too. No, Lane Conley kicks out again. Rogers is realizing this is a world champion I'm in the ring with. It's going to take a bit more than that forearm by Conley. Headbutt of his own. Championship laying in the ring. Conley picking up his title. Maybe thinking about hitting Rogers with it. Laying down the title. Hitting him in the head with a steel chair.
And you can hear the sound of that chair rebounding off of the skull of Rogers, that sickening crack.
Now Conley hitting him in the head with the championship. Turns him around. Oh, got him. Locked in the sleeper. got him in the sleeper. This has got to be Conley letting it go. Conley not ready for this to be over.
And Rogers looked like he was about to fade. And I think this is Conley trying to show Chandler that he can not only take pain, but he can dish it out as well.
Well, Lane Conley just hit him with a dragon screw. Conley Rogers' leg cracking against that ladder multiple times. We said he was going to try to chop him down. That's exactly what he's doing right now.
And Lane Conley slowly but surely working his way back into this match. And these two men have been going to war.
Conley just chopping down the bigger man.
Hell, this is the most vulnerable I've seen Conley at any point.
And Conley just hitting him multiple times in the leg with the championship. We saw him struggle to take him down earlier. That's not seeming to be a problem now. Hit him over the head with that title again. Conley trying to think of what he's going to do next. Conley going under the ring. Grabbing another table. He's gone through two of them so far. Maybe not the best idea from Conley.
And Rogers sent Conley's shoulder first off of that barricade.
There by Rogers. Sending that table into the ring. Conley knee to the gut there. Ducking under a roundhouse. Rogers now dragging Lane Conley over to the announce table.
And hell, I thought Rogers would go for the trifecta of tables, but Conley's fighting back.
Oh, Conley now putting him against the announce table. Conley, oh no. Lane Conley is looking to put him through the announce table. Impaler DDT through the table. Conley rushing to get him back to his feet. Conley throwing Rogers in the ring.
And Ethan, you can hear the crowd. This is awesome.
Conley positioning. Oh, maybe not quite enough energy to get up to the top rope. At least that way. Conley now up top. Here it is. Darkness falls. Covered by the RCW champion 2, 3, and Lane Conley defeats Tommy Rogers. What a fight we just saw. Both men gave it their all. Lane Conley could have had it with that sleeper, but decided he was not fitted. Hit, darkness falls, and that was it for Tommy Rogers tonight on
Wait, what the hell?
Austin Chandler. Tommy threw a clothesline.
We haven't seen
attacking Conley.
We haven't seen Chandler since he made that promo on Conley. And what is he thinking of here?
Conley just confused look at Austin Chandler, a pissed off look. Oh, Conley counters. Conley trying to fight back here, but he just went through that grueling match.
Chandler, I think he's out here to send a message to Conley for their upcoming match at Bloodsport.
Conley could be in trouble. He could be going through his third table of the night. Chandler sending it through the table. We gotta go, but what a great night.